Hey guys, Scott here. Completely unrelated rant today, but it does annoy me and I have to talk about it. It's this whole trend that is increasing pretty rapidly in the whole gaming sphere where developers are charging extra money for early access to their games, and they word it in such a deceptive way. They're not charging for early access to their game. You're being penalized with late access if you don't give them the extra money because the game is finished and released as soon as people have the ability to play the full game. Whether or not there's a dollar wall in front of that doesn't really matter. That's when the game is out. It's done. So it's really you're getting penalized for not spending the extra money, and you're getting late access. And the way they word it there, that's I think the thing that annoys me. And you expect this shit from Blizzard. You expect this shit from EA and all these companies and stuff. But there's actually other companies that I really respect, like Larian Studios, who did Baldur's Gate 3, that kind of do the same thing. Now, they had their own early access testing for Act 1 for a really long time, so you could have played that forever. But the actual full game, I mean, a lot of companies do this. Starfield did it as well. Even Lies of P, which I loved, you could pay extra to play the game early, to the point where the base price of video games has rapidly changed. It was for maybe like 20 years between $50 and $60, usually for like a new AAA or large video game. You would never see it go higher than 60. In the past couple of years, however, $70 has started to approach as like the new normal from big games, like Tears of the Kingdom. Honestly, Nintendo's pricing is absolutely insane, but the overall price of games has increased in the past couple of years. And now, just a couple of years later, it's increased again because it's an artificial inflation of the actual price of the game because of early access. Now, I could even understand if this was just a single player thing. Like, if you're getting Starfield early, you're not getting a competitive advantage over everyone. If you play Baldur's Gate early, you're not using this experience to beat other people. And so you're not taking anything away from other people. So it's a bit more understandable for single player games, even though it's still predatory. You're still missing out on all the hype if you don't shell out the extra $40 or whatever it costs. So it still sucks, but it's not as bad. However, there are companies that do games like Diablo 4. I mean, Blizzard is notoriously bad with this. Diablo 4, their new WoW expansion is going to have early access as well. That's the shit that is awful. You can't allow early access to an MMO where the entire thing is based on getting to the level cap as quickly as possible. There's achievements for doing that. There's feature strength. It's like a known thing to be able to get to, the highest level as you possibly can in a quick amount of time as possible. I'm not saying everyone does that. Some people just play casually, but to pretend that's not an incredibly large advantage, you're just extorting money from people, and it just annoys the hell out of me. So I just wanted to rant about this. I hate the trend that is happening in gaming here, where games are now, they're not $50, $60 anymore. Games are now $90 pretty much. And they're $90 with a penalty if you don't want to pay that much. That's the way I look at it, and I feel like that's the actual way it's going. And companies are seeing, hey, look, people are spending the extra money. Fuck it, let's all do it. So within 5-10 years, I wouldn't be surprised if every game that exists now has early access for an extra $30-$40 or whatever. You buy the Super Supreme Mega Omega Deluxe Giga Dig Edition, and you're going to be able to play earlier. And I hate that trend so much. You're not paying for early access. You're being penalized with late access for not spending extra money. I hate that shit.